All right, this is an entry-level steering wheel with pedals for the Sony PlayStation 4. Going to give my take on this for all my NASCAR fans and gamers out there. I'm going to let you know what I think about this wheel. First of all, this is the Thrustmaster T80 Ferrari 488 GTB edition. Now, not too big about the logo and the fact that it's Ferrari, but that doesn't really matter to me. I just wanted something I could play my NASCAR games, my GTA, anything like that. A steering wheel that would work good for me, and this is certainly a great entry-level steering wheel with pedals. Doesn't have the shifter, does have the paddle shifters, which we'll get into here in a little bit. First of all, Thrustmaster. I think they could have went with a little bit different name. You know, if you try to Google this, you might find something popping up. You know, you might have something pop up for the working woman. Who knows? That's just, yeah, I don't need to go there. But anyway, this is the Thrustmaster T80. And we're going to open this thing up, and I'm going to show you the different features. Alright, let's take a look at the pedals first of all. You have a cord here, similar to like a phone cord, that will connect to your unit right here for the steering wheel. It'll connect through that cable, and then this cable will connect. Fairly long cable that will connect to your port for your controller on the system. Okay. So your pedals have a base here. It's fairly solid once it's on the ground. It's got some non-skid pads on the bottom of it. Pretty solid plastic. And these pedals, what I do like about them, it's not like they just go straight to the floor. There's a lot of resistance there. There's a lot of resistance, and I like that. And the sensitivity is pretty good as well. You press on the gas so much and you're gonna go. You floor it, and of course, you know, you're gonna take off faster. But your brake pedal, the same thing. There's resistance there, and you can adjust on that. From what I understand, you can open this thing up, and there's some gearing in here that you can play around with, and you can modify it to your liking. But I'm gonna leave it alone. I like it just the way it is. That's just enough resistance for me. It feels like a real brake. It feels like a real gas pedal. So that's those. As far as the steering wheel itself, let's dive in here. First thing I noticed about the steering wheel was how comfortable it is. Rubber, very nice rubber grip. Very nice. Let's see here. Okay, very nice rubber grips, as I said before. Steering wheel itself is fairly small. It's designed after this Ferrari steering wheel from this sports car, so it's probably going to be a smaller steering wheel in real life. You got your toggle switch here. That's your options, what would be your options button, and you press down is something else. I forget what it is. You have options, and I think share is going to be down. You got your R2, your L2, PlayStation button here. Engine start, that is actually a D-pad. Left, right, up, down. You can scroll through menus if you want to. Got your circle button here. X, triangle, square. Very nice feel to the steering wheel. Solid steel. This is not plastic. Paddle shifters. So I like that. Would like to have a shifter, but this is an entry-level steering wheel, and it's just the bare bones. But if you want a little bit more of an experience, this is definitely the steering wheel to get. The paddle shifter is really solid made. Upshift, downshift here. I really like that. You got two buttons actually underneath the steering wheel, and I'm not sure which two those are. There are so many buttons. You got I think these represent in NASCAR Heat 4, I know upshift and downshift. Let's see, That's going to be L1 and L2. So R2, this is going to be R, or actually L2 is here in the front. I'm not sure, but you got these buttons in the back as well. So you got all the buttons that you would have on your normal controller right there on the steering wheel. One thing that this wheel does not have, it does not have a port to plug in your microphone. But to my understanding, what you can do is you can log in with a regular controller, have it right there next to you, headphone jack plugged into it, go into your profile, the same profile with the steering wheel, log into that same profile, and you'll have your functionality with the wheel, and your sound will come through your normal controller. So that's one downfall to this thing. It doesn't have a port for your microphone headphone set. But other than that, the steering wheel itself, it has, the more you turn it, the more resistance it has. So if you're playing NASCAR, if you're playing some open wheel racing, whatever it might be, the more you get into the turn, you know, it's more like true life reality. The harder you're having to turn it and to hold it, you know, just like in real racing, it's not just smooth. It's you know, you're feeling those G-forces and you're having to really hold that wheel there. And it's got resistance to it, and I like that. I really, really like that. It's not just a piece of plastic that you can just flop all over the place. It's got some real life, you know, feel to it. So I like that. Another thing I like about the steering wheel, if you have a desk, computer desk or whatever, it has a clamp. I don't know if you can see it, a clamp that clamps it to a desk or whatever. So it keeps it stable. You can keep it right where you want it. And I like that. So yeah, if you're looking for an entry level steering wheel with all the bells and whistles, paddle shifters, really solid steel, those are metal, then this is the one for you. Very, very nice. And there are more expensive models out there that you can get. And I do believe Thrustmaster, Thrustmaster. God, it sounds so weird saying that. What a weird name. But anyway, there is a shifter that you can get that will go to this unit. I do believe that you can make compatible with it. So if you want to spend the money for the actual stick shifter, you can do that. But I'm perfectly fine with the paddle shifting. Normally a NASCAR game, unless it's a road course, you're not going to be shifting a whole lot. I'm perfectly fine with the paddle shifters myself, and I just wanted to have the feel of actually turning a wheel and getting on the brake and gas. So that was the main thing I wanted. So for me, it's perfect, and I think you'll like it as well. Really nice, grippy steering wheel, solid made. I like it a lot. So it's the Thrustmaster T80, and this is the Ferrari edition. So and that'll probably get like a NASCAR sticker put over it or something. Not a knock on Ferrari, just, you know, that's just me. The Italians haven't made a really good, dependable car in quite some time. Now, the Ferraris are a great car, but hey, that's a different discussion. But anyway, that's the Thrustmaster T80 PlayStation 4. Pretty cool.